Okay, greetings and welcome to episode 6 of the Bobby Z Show. I think we just had a bit of a false start. I believe I started the stream without unmuting the mic. My mistake, just as well because the cats were going crazy, causing all sorts of havoc. I'm going to check my audio very quickly, and I would like to start by saying hello to Nathan Oakley and KG who are in the live chat. Anyone else tuning in and want to say hello? Always good to know you're out there. Of course, Nathan Oakley, I did give a bit of a shout out to in one of my latest streams, thanking him for some immense generosity, and yeah, that sticks. Thanks Nathan, you're a legend. Where are we? Let me just check my audio and we will get started. Yeah, audio sounds okay. Hope it sounds good your end. Yeah, cheers for the feedback, Nathan. Right, Killer Harry. That will be one of the few subjects that I'm going to touch on tonight. I'm going to leave it till last, leave the best till last. Yeah, I'm going to start the show by inviting anyone that feels the need, anyone that thinks, Bobby, you know, we like the stream, what can we do to show our appreciation? Well, you have the power to simply hit the thumbs up button. Oh, where's my little animation? There it is. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're not already, and share this video over on social media if you feel the need. Oh, on that note, actually, I'm going to show my screen. Am I? Oh, I don't know if you can hear that crashing. That's the one of the kittens trying to get in. But they are literally dead set on getting my headphones, which I use for a bit of... Right, anyway. Yeah, I'm going to go over on Twitter right now, and I invite if anyone else is over there and you want to do the same. Here is my tweet. Episode 6 starting now. We are going to... before we do start, I'm going to say one more way you can support the Bobby Z Show, and that is by checking... Oh, that's still going, is it? Oh my goodness, things have gone crazy. Right. Let's turn that off. Apologies if things are a bit all over the shop here. But yeah, that's live streaming for you. Yeah, did you see my screen? I just shared a tweet. Hopefully you did. Right, am I going to share the tweet in the am I going to share the link in the live chat? And if anyone wants to retweet it when you get a chance, that would be good. Yeah, it seems every time I go back to... Oh, okay, we're good now. Okay, I'm going to bring up my live chat 1 second, and we will get on with talking about Killer Harry a little later on. KG, your new kitten is so sweet. Oh, beautiful. If you've got any places where you share images of that, I'd love to see them. Please retweet if you are on Twitter. Right, I just put something in the chat. Okay, where are we? Yeah, speaking of Twitter, I saw some and I could not get my head around this one. It is in the it's among my likes. Yeah, just one of these things I came across, and I thought I've got to check that out for sure, just to make sure that is, you know, this isn't something that someone's kind of pranked about. Nothing to do with the World Health Organization. Don't mess with the World Health Organization, they will take you down. Right, UK plan for national mRNA cancer vaccine, advance. Cancer vaccine to be given to 10,000 NHS patients. NHS will use technology developed for the bullspit-19 jabs. And I hope you can see this image. Let me just try and make it a bit bigger. Just wanted to pick up on one sentence they use. This was a tweet, by the way, by someone who call themselves Critical Thinker. They're at enemy to me over on Twitter. Right, where are we? Yeah, following the success of the COVID vaccines using the same messenger ribonucleic acid technology, scientists now want to conduct more trials in cancer patients. Now that's a weird one for me. What do you think they mean when they say the success of COVID vaccines? Do they mean how successful it was in stopping people getting ill? How successful it was in preventing people from passing on this particular illness? No, what they mean is they got lots of uptake. It's like it's like a phone manufacturer, for example. They bring out the biggest pile of crap going. Apple, you know, they bring out a new device, doesn't have a headphone jack. It's got some really obscure charging jack point. You have to, I don't know, it bends really easy. The signal goes when you put your fingers in a certain place on the phone. Absolute pile of garbage phone, but it sells millions. It sells like hotcakes. They would consider that a success. Just like BioNTech, the German pharmaceutical company. But of course, anyone can create a newspaper headline. It's a piece of piece, to be honest with you. I could show you just how easy it is now. So I wanted to check that what we're looking at is legit. So before we get back to that, yeah, I looked it up just to see that that wasn't someone making up a headline. No, it's actually real. They're going to give you a vaccine for cancer now. Cancer vaccines, how they work, and all you need to know about the government's deal with BioNTech. More public money being given to pharmaceutical industries. What a surprise. Would it be interesting to see who the main investors are in BioNTech and what links they might have to the government? That could be something to do one day. Cancer vaccine trials to begin this year. 10,000 NHS patients to be given it. Thousands of NHS patients as part of a £750 million. Who do you think is funding these? Did you ask for this vaccine, by the way? Maybe you did. I don't know. Can't say I did. Yeah, that 750 million is coming straight from the public. Yeah, thousands of patients to join cancer vaccine trials as part of a £750 million project aiming to revolutionise treatment and search for a cure. So make no mistake, this vaccine is not a cure. It doesn't need to be a cure. Vaccines no longer need to stop you from getting ill. They no longer need to make it less likely that you're going to pass on. In fact, it is perfectly acceptable if a vaccine seems to morph a strain and make things worse than they ever were. So long as people are sticking their pins in their arm, they're happy. Yeah, I just wanted to show you what's why if I ever see something like that on Twitter, I don't just say, well, there's a newspaper headline. I'm sure it's right, because look how easy it is to change a newspaper headline. This is the Daily Mail. Shame that terrible advert's in the way. If you highlight the text, a lot of you are probably well aware of this already. Ooh, okay, we're getting there. I appreciate. Yeah. So, would you take a cancer vaccine? Would you give it? Yeah. Inspect element. Go to inspect element. Depending on what web browser you're using, it might be slightly different. But yes, actually, I've used this in a video that I've got in the works. It was supposed to be part of the 6th episode of the Bobby Z show. It's the first one I've done actually since, well, back in December. Right, come on, computer, get a wriggle on. Maybe inspect an element might be a bit ambitious. KG, you do not trust them? Yeah, me neither. Right, while we're waiting for this to load, I was gonna show you another way that you can support the Bobby Z show. If my computer ever wakes up. Where are we? Yeah. Over on Patreon. If you want to go to patreon.com/bzines or scan the QR code on the screen at the minute. Yeah, my enormous thanks to Linda Mack, who supports me over there. Thanks for your kind support, Linda. Right, has the computer woken up now? Are we going to get to inspect the element? Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, as I said, Nathan Oakley, I don't know if you're still tuned in, but yeah, he was incredibly generous and shared some equipment with me, which will hopefully mean I'll be able to do my live streams a lot faster. Right, where were we? Yeah, there is quite an easy way where you can just change the headline. Although having said that, where is it? Come on. Here we go. Right click, edit HTML, and then you can change that headline to anything you want. NHS admit they want people to be ill, exclamation mark. And then, duh. And all of a sudden, we have a Daily Mail article that with the headline, NHS admit they want people to be ill. So if ever you see a headline over on Twitter, it's worth checking it's legitimate, because it's so easy to fake this stuff. Right, we are going to be going over and looking at, terror. Killer Harry. I'm sure this one's come out before. Apparently, Prince Harry has annoyed people, which him and his lovely wife seem to be doing. Look at her mouth. I mean, I don't want to be mean about someone, but do they genuinely look like real teeth on Meghan Markle there? It looks like she's stuck some over the top of her real teeth, but hey ho. Who knows what goes on in the acting world. Yeah, this isn't a headline that I've created myself, by the way. Terrorists may target Invictus Games after the Prince Harry says he killed 25 people. I'm sure Harry's annoyed people in the past by boasting about how many people he has slaughtered. Didn't he compare it to playing Xbox or PlayStation? Prince Harry has been accused of making the Invictus Games a target for extremists by revealing he killed 25 people in Afghanistan. This first part of the story forces you to accept 1, 2, 3 things. 1, Prince Harry was ever genuinely in the army. 2, he ever fired a gun in anger. And 3, the extremists are really out there and willing to target people such as those that take part in the Invictus Games. Anyway, Admiral Lord West, former head of the Royal Navy, called the Duke of Sussex very stupid for giving details of his Taliban kills. I'm sure I've heard this somewhere before. The retired admiral said the Invictus Games, which were due to be held in Dusseldorf, Germany in 2023, will now have serious security issues because of their direct connection with Harry. The Invictus Games is very much labelled to him, and so I would have thought the threat level there would be definitely higher. Another thing they want us to accept is that Prince Harry somehow has some involvement in the Invictus Games. No, I doubt that very much. Let me see if I can zoom in a bit, make the text a bit bigger. Right, and there will be people who whoa, that was a bit bigger zoom than I meant. Right, and there will be people who, given the chance, will do something that's very general. Oh, I've got a kitten meowing. Hello, Charlie. You'll let you in a minute. The international multi-sport event for wounded, injured and sick servicemen and women, of which the Duke is the patron, yeah, of course he is, will now be the prime target for those wanting revenge, Lord West said. Of course, Lord West is a fortune teller. He knows the ambitions of extremists, apparently. The Taliban will be reading Harry's claims about killing fighters and thinking there's this prince calling us all chess pieces and is quite happy about killing us. And there will be a lot of people, I'm sure, in Islamic State, yeah, because they're all barbaric, I suppose, and other terrorist organisations who will think this is something which should be avenged. Of course they will. Harry faced the onslaught of criticism in recent days, since the excerpt from his memoir was leaked about the number insurgents, they've missed a word there, that he killed as a helicopter pilot. Do you really think Prince Harry can fly a helicopter? No, I doubt it. Come on then, Charlie. He's whining his little head off. Yeah, not a chance. Can Prince Harry, just like his brother, supposedly an expert helicopter pilot? Not a chance. Leave him alone, Charlie. He's going for my headphones again. What a little pest. Yeah, I don't have such luxury as wireless headphones. Oi! Right. Where were we? In his controversial memoir, Spare. What a great name for a title, for an autobiography. You think the most of, the worst thing about your character is that you're a spare. And yeah, let's call my memoir that. Harry wrote that the Flying Six missions during his second tour of duty on the front line in 2012 and 13 resulted in the taking of human lives, of which he was neither proud nor ashamed. I thought he said he was doing bad things to bad people, some such rubbish. The Daily Telegraph, which obtained a Spanish language copy of the memoir from a bookshop in Spain, earlier reported that Harry said he did not think of those he killed as people, but instead chess pieces that had been taken off the board. Are they making an admission there? Is he actually saying, I haven't really killed people? So, my number is 25. It's funny, I would have thought it'd be more like 22, 23, but whatever. It's not a number that fills me with satisfaction. Get off it, Charlie. But nor does it embarrass me. Yeah, what a clown. Right, I've just got to do something about a very cute but very mischievous little kitten. Come on, fella. Right. And yeah, I'm wondering if they're trying to suggest that the suggestion that he considers the people he apparently killed is only in the Spanish version of his book. I mean, has no one read the English copy? Is that what they're trying to tell us? Is there that little interest in his book that we're having to go to Spanish people to tell us what's written in it? Who knows? David, greetings. Good to see you in the live chat as always. Thanks for joining us tonight. He says his people the world's a stage and we're not part of it. I'm not sure. No, we're the audience. We're the dumb audience that believe that believe these characters. I mean, here we've got underneath stories about Coronation Street, EastEnders. Yeah, when you see people like Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, Meghan looking exactly like she did in an episode of Suits, almost like she's just come out of the makeup department, then yeah, as far as I'm concerned, this is just another play. As you say, David, this is a stage they're performing on. I would be curious. I'm sure Harry is online somewhere. So, I mean, hang on. Let me see. Let's see if I can load up a video. Yeah, I am planning only to go for 30 minutes tonight. I am noticing it's not far off that already. Right, Prince Harry on. I'm sure we've had all these same controversial comments made time and time before. Oh, I don't know whether they just because I've done a lot of searches for Harry and Meghan in the past. I'm not sure if perhaps they sort of tailor the stories for me. Either that or Harry's in the news a lot. Oh, these are all going to be recent. I want to see a video of him saying it's like, yeah, this exact thing has come up before. I mean, I probably even covered it before, I don't know. But supposedly he's come out and just said the same thing again. I'm sure he once compared it to playing the Xbox or playing PlayStation. Right, let's have a look. Bear with us a minute while we wait for the webpage to catch up with my suggestions. KG, the royal lizards are very active lately. Yeah, and there's so much anti-Harry and Meghan press. Like, everyone hates them at the minute. They're being conditioned to hate these people. Personally, I don't. Let's see, hang on. Like playing Xbox. No, they seem to. Yeah, these are videos, not news. It all seems to be centered around his latest comments, so I don't think we're going to find anything that, the previous time they released Okay, here's a quote, apparently. The prince also named his fondness for video games as one of the reasons behind his claimed effectiveness as an Apache gunner. It's a joy for me because I'm one of those people that love playing the PlayStation and Xbox. So with my thumbs, I like to think I'm probably quite useful, he said. So yeah, there has been a comparison. Oh wow, this was sick for the first 23. They've even recycled that. Oh, 2013 he said it. Afghan insurgents rather than the Taliban. Britain's not next in line to the throne prince declares he's very, very good at EA's FIFA game and that his expert thumbs help make him a fine real-life warrior. Yeah, good one. When you're a I'm not sure what... Oh, this is CNET. Okay, when you're a British royal, thumbs are not for sucking. They're for beating your buddies at FIFA 12. They're for being a monster at PlayStation Xbox. Oh, and they come in handy for killing some Afghan insurgents. How can I possibly know this? Because the most fun-loving of the British royal family, Prince Harry, has given an interview in which he suggested that his gaming expertise has helped him be a very fine killer of enemy forces. What an insult to genuine soldiers. You know, I mean, I don't personally agree with the British Army going anywhere like Afghanistan, overthrowing their government and then claiming that when they retaliate, if they retaliate, that somehow they're the bad guys. No, whatever. But there are genuine trained pilots, Apache, whatever, you know, engineers, people that train to be in the army. This guy apparently couldn't even pass the exam. And isn't there some story where some teacher came out and claimed they wrote all the exams out for him and then they very quickly had to withdraw it? Again, I haven't got the actual thing to hand, so that's all hearsay at the minute, but I'm sure that information was out there in the past. So yeah, Prince Harry and belittling the life of those in Afghanistan, it's nothing new. It's a recycled story. It's a repeat. Right. Okay. Yeah, there was one other story. Now, I've said numerous times... Oh, that's not what we're looking for. Where was it? Okay, maybe I've lost... Oh, no, here we go. Hang on. Green sky deniers are a danger to society. Yeah, that was when I was looking for... Right, are you suffering from climate doomism? Here's what you can do. Thinking about the climate crisis is guaranteed to bring a sense of dread. And that is why publications such as the Metro will continuously force down your throat things about climate change, for example. In the last month alone, landslides. What on earth? Facebook? I'm not sharing anything on Facebook. Yeah, in the last month alone, landslides, flooding have swept the Philippines, because of course that wouldn't be happening otherwise. An ice sheet the size of London collapsed, and fast fashion mountains, were discovered in a Chilean desert. Right. With such incredible things going on, do you think they'll show us any pictures? No. They'll show us a picture of the bullshit globe and some woman on her car. Where's the picture of the ice sheet the size of London? Where's these fast fashion mountains, whatever that is? And if that wasn't scary enough, the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the IPCC, has warned that without drastic action, because we always need drastic action, or lots of money given to the IPCC, one or the other, as long as they do that, parts of the earth will soon become unlivable. I am sure I've heard this before. I think the report tells us that we've reached the now or never point of limiting warming to 1.5C, said IPCC lead author Helene D. Connick. I'm sure there's an anagram in there somewhere. If governments and organisations don't make radical changes, the world will warm by 3.2. They do love their numbers, remember that. The numbers have been got in. Yeah, we'll warm by 3.2 centigrade this century, causing unprecedented heat waves, terrifying storms, and widespread water shortages, except for all the flooding that we're telling you that's going to happen. When even the UN says we are on track for climate disaster, on track, what a strange choice of words. And scientists are risking their jobs to protest. What? Scientists are risking their jobs to protest, okay? It's easy to feel defeated. This bleak outlook called climate doomism, and more people are succumbing to it. Unless you say it's the biggest load of shite going. I mean, look, is this seriously the best they can offer us? They're talking about ice sheets the size of London, and yet they're giving us pictures of a woman looking a bit down with thunder coming across her head. Philip Wright, great to see you in the live chat, and Robbo Max, thanks for joining us tonight. I will catch up with your comments in a minute before we wind down for the night. Yeah, climatologist. What on earth? Someone that studies the climate, I'm guessing. Michael E. Mann. I wonder if that's a clue about their true gender, whatever. That doom mongering has overtaken denial as a threat. So they're now saying it's more threatening to monger doom than it is to deny this stuff is even happening. He said, well, that's perfect. That's right up their street. They want as many people going to their doctor saying, doctor, I've got this overwhelming sense of dread. I just can't put my finger on it. It seems to peak after I watch the news, though, or after I go on Facebook and see all the miserable posts people are sharing about polar bears being wiped out because all their ice is melting. Have you seen pictures of Antarctica? There's actually, polar bears don't live at Antarctica, do they? I'm talking rubbish there. Whatever. Isn't it interesting though how it is? Oh, great! They've got a little acronym for us to remember. The majority of us won't be able to see these projects in the flesh. No, because we'll all be dead by the time any of these projections have been made, and well, they can roll them all out again to the next generation. I do remember, I've said this before, I must have been about 10 years old and I was first getting into buying deodorant, antiperspirant, begging my mum, please mum, get me a one that's not got CFC gases. And my brother was like, oh, I don't believe any of that rubbish. And I was absolutely fuming at him because he actually said to my mum, no, please get me one with CFC gases. And he couldn't have wound me up more. Of course, I was a 10-year-old kid. I didn't know that these same lies had been reeled out over and over again. Anyway, right, the majority of us won't be able to see these projects in the flesh, but rather than stewing in anxiety or falling into apathy, we can look to therapy. Yeah, therapy, exactly. The doctor. Their idea of therapy is ACE. It goes like this: acknowledge the feelings and situations that are coming up. This can be as simple as saying the thought or worry out loud. I'm worried that the sun's going to burn me out. I'm worried I'm going to get sunburn. I'm worried Cornwall's going to get flooded and no one's going to be able to live there anymore. I'm sure they were saying that 20 odd years ago. C, connect back to this moment. Keep repeating your miserable thoughts to yourself. That's what they're saying. Our brains like to take us into the future or the past, which are outside our control. You can use any grounding technique to reconnect back to to the present moment where you're scared of the climate getting too hot. Some people like to use breath or movement. E, engage in mindful action. One of the things that they've misspelt this. One of the things that are you in your control, which ones do you want to engage in? What kind of person do you want to be in the fact of this struggle? So you have to accept the struggle. What this looks like will be individual to each person, but connecting with your values will help bring back meaning and purpose. Do you know what my ACE is? I'm going to acknowledge the feelings of anger I had towards my brother for saying greenhouse gases was a lie. I'm going to connect back to the moment and say to myself, you know what? I should have said, yeah, you're absolutely right, brother. And I'm going to engage in mindful action. I too am going to look for deodorant cans that have CFC in it, just like he was doing back then. Yeah, are any of us afraid of the new climate war? What does that mean? How long until we're going to get climate warnings? Come on, guys, we're going to suggest you stay in your home for the next couple of weeks because the climate's going to get out of control. You think people wouldn't buy that? You think people wouldn't go along with it? Yeah, just remember, these are the same people that when the government told them, right, if you want to protect your loved ones, don't visit them. Isolate them completely. And in fact, if you can make them afraid of you, all the better. You're doing a great job. That's their idea of protecting people. You think these people won't swallow all this crap, hook, line and sinker? No, they will, I'm afraid. If you lead people down a path of engagement, there's a snowball effect that can lead to greater and greater engagement. Essentially, we don't need to think that one person going vegan or avoiding fast fashion will save the planet, but it's a good place to start. What a load of crap. I thought going vegan would mean that there's more cattle and, who knows. What a load of rubbish, hey? Okay, I'm going to have a look at the live chat. Yeah, Philip Wright says he killed nobody. She killed nobody. Referring to Harry, yeah. I'm with you on that one. And yeah, he was Bunker Harry. Do you know what? That's KG says he was Bunker Harry. I wouldn't be surprised if they sent him to a friendly country like Pakistan. This is assuming... assuming Harry isn't just a series of actors playing the role. I bet he went absolutely nowhere near enemy territory, as it were. David says, who watches shit like that on Netflix? Who's interested? Do you know what? Apparently, we did look at it the other week. The Harry and Meghan have got another program now on Netflix where they talk about all the inspirational people, some rubbish like that. And I know that Greta Thunberg. I know that they apparently shouted her out as a wonderful inspiration, which tells you all you need to know. Yeah, this article, as far as I'm concerned, along with pretty much the 99% of articles, have you run into your doctor in a state of depression. If you're not suffering from climate doomism, you're suffering from terrorism doomism, or asteroid doomism, or what other ones are there? Some virus lurking around the corner ready to attack you doomism. So long as you're feeling doom, then hey, your doctor's making money. Okay, I'm going to start winding down now. As I did say, I was only going to go 30 minutes. The cats have left me alone though, so I'll be grateful for small mercies. Oh, do you know what? I know an awful lot of people would not take something like the Mandela effect seriously. Personally, the way I look at it, would you really rule out the possibility that the powers that be would change the script, flip reality, as it were? I've commented on the book 1984 many times. I'm not for a second suggesting that 1984 is some sort of, isn't all part of the control program. But there was a thing where Winston worked in the Ministry of Truth, and it was his job to change history. Things like the enemy, I can't remember the name of the country now. I think it was Eurasia. 1 minute would be the enemy, and then literally mid-sentence, the news readers would have to change it and say that the other nation was the enemy, and Eurasia had always been the Allies. And while it may not be as blatant as that, personally, yeah, I accept that things do change. Now, the only reason I'm saying this, does anyone out there remember the TV show? It was a cartoon called Stop the Pigeon, or Stop the Pigeon or Catch the Pigeon. Yeah, hadn't seen it for decades, but I was very surprised to find that the lyrics to that song had changed. Oh, by the way, just looking in the live chat, Nathan Oakley says Greta recently burned a globe in a Save the Children ad. Yeah, interesting. Should we see if we can find that one? We'll maybe try playing out on it before we finish for the night. Going back to Stop the Pigeon. See, I'm sure the lyrics to that song were always, Muttley, you snickering hound, when trouble is needed, you're never around. But apparently, no, that was not. I don't know if you've ever seen the cartoon Stop the Pigeon. Wacky Races, it had all sorts of different names. Greta, Save the Children ad. Let's see. Do you know what, Nathan? I'm going to make you a moderator, and if ever you want to share a link, you are more than welcome. Yeah, it could be any of these, I'm guessing. I would be curious to see that one though. Maybe it'll be one we look at on the next one. Let's see, Burns Globe we'll look for. Greta Thunberg is a miserable child manipulated by adults. That's according to Sky News Australia. See? Oh, I don't know. Who knows what Greta really is? Greta... Hang on. I probably could, to be honest, find the advert that Nathan's referring to. Thunberg Burns Globe. Anyway, yeah, going back to Stop the Pigeon. Oh, thanks for sharing that link, Nathan. We'll have a look at it in a minute. Right, I'll just go straight to the live chat. Although, annoyingly, I know if you share links from live chats in here, it's so annoying. Right, I have to literally copy. Right. Oh, I know what I can do. Bear with us. I got a better way of doing it than that. Right. I'll now share it if I can. Copy link. Oh, hang on. Getting there. Yeah, sorry. Going back to Stop the Pigeon. I will get through this anecdote one day. Apparently the lyrics to Stop the Pigeon are Muttley, you snickering hound. No, you floppy-eared snickering hound. Didn't sound right to me, but who knows. Right, let's see if I can... Okay, I'll go back to sharing my screen, hang on. Goodness me, I've overran the 30-minute mark. Of course, we did have a false start where, like, for the first 20 minutes, I think, for the first 5 minutes or so, I had the microphone on mute. Right, where are we? Come on. Okay, we're getting there now. I believe, yes. Okay, it's an 18-second advert. Oh no, is that a different one? Right, bear with us. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I haven't seen this advert before, Nathan. Thank you for sharing it. Right. I am, believe it or not, going to be winding down in a minute. I just want to go back. Oh. Right, just having a look at the live chat. Robin Max says that David Bellamy was deplatformed because he spoke out on climate change. There's an interview where he's saying that Attenborough was of the same view before he was compromised and recruited
Bringing the true,
as a
larger
spokesman
heart,
for the BS
the kinder
narrative.
hand.
Oh, hang on. I'm not sure if you can...
Bring out the old.
I reckon Greta's talking over me.
Bring
Okay,
out the false,
how long's this
bringing
gone for? Yeah,
the
18
true.
seconds. We will watch it from the beginning. I'll shut up and let us play it. Yeah, and then we're going to start winding down. Okay, be back in 18 seconds. Oh, it's on your channel. Brilliant. Thank you for sharing. I'll thumb it up then. Right, I'm going to mute myself for 18 seconds.
Bringing the true, larger heart, the kinder hand.
Ring out the old. Ring in the new.
Bring out the false, bringing the true. Bringing the true.
Brilliant, Nathan. Thank you for sharing that one. Yeah, very symbolic. Let me go back to it a minute. Of course, yeah. Many people are quite rightly to be skeptical of this.
Bringing the true.
Of the globe. But how CGI does Greta look in that image? What on earth is going on? Yeah, my computer's struggling like mad. I'm going to have to start shutting down some... Yeah, that was an image of that kid being indoctrinated by Greta to believe that something about some chant that Greta was teaching the people. But yeah, I do like that image though, the globe burning. Of course, well, they mean it another way. They mean that the birds are soon going to start falling out of the sky. Brilliant video, Nathan. Thanks for sharing. Do you know what? I am going to put a link to Nathan's channel in the live chat in case anyone wants to subscribe to him. Wonderful. Yeah, does a wonderful YouTube channel himself. And he has been incredibly generous to me lately. So yeah, I certainly want to show my thanks. And I will put it in the link to in the description to this video as well, in case you're watching it afterwards. There we go. It's in the live chat. Right, I am going to start finishing up for the night. Let me just see where we are. Okay, and I'm going to show my thanks and appreciation to Nathan Oakley, Robert Max, KG, David, and Phil Wright for taking the time to... Oh, yeah, did I miss anyone? For taking the time to comment in the live chat tonight. If anyone else wants to pop in and say hello before we finish, now is your opportunity. Yeah, I would also like to say if anyone wants to... give my channel a bit of support and you want to know how, it is as simple as hitting the thumbs up button beneath this video, subscribing if you're not already, and if you want to share this on social media, that would be appreciated. I'd also like to thank my Patreon supporter Linda Mack and show appreciation to her and anyone else that wants to check out what I do over there. Okay, I'm going to have to finish or I will start rambling. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. I will be back soon. Do you know what? I've got a funeral this coming Tuesday. Following that, I've got to help clear someone's home out, like flat clearance of the deceased. I've got a few things going on in the for about the next week. I do plan, though, on coming back with another Bobby Z show, and actually I'm thinking of calling it the Bobby Z Chronicles when I come back, just to tie in with my second channel, which is Chronicles of the Unconvinced. Again, there's a link in the description if you aren't already subscribed to my second channel. Okay, we're going to call it a night there. I'm going to play out with my usual intro. Yeah, night KG, night Robbo, and everyone else who's taken the time to tune in tonight. I will catch up with you soon. Have a wonderful few days, and I'll see you soon. Right, I'll start rambling if I don't stop now, so good night everyone, take care.